Hello, good morning, my people. Welcome to Benny's Farm World. I just recently thought of this name and I think I'm going to continue using it. Benny's Farm World, because actually it is my word. Farming is my word. And yeah, this is Benny's Farm World. I started spraying this morning because it's Monday and one of my routines for the week is to spray, especially on Mondays, to begin the week with. Yesterday I wasn't around so much. Yesterday Sunday I wasn't around so much, and then but yeah, the little I was around I saw my plants were doing very fine, exceptionally fine, my pepper. And then only to come up this morning and started spraying, then I discovered that my plants were not looking good. I started and then I started noticing bites on the plants, on the leaves, stuff like this. From the first line, this is the first row, and as we continued spraying, Awal and I kept noticing, I'm like, these things now, so they don't chop my plants reach, and you know, normally we see grass cutters, I see butterflies, but not as much as to have eaten, so much of the plant. And we kept going and I kept seeing more of these bites. And getting deeper into the farm over there, I said, okay, let's just go deeper and I'll see if they have affected that side, because most times these things start gradually from one spot and then before it spreads. Only for me to go also deeper into the farm and all around the farm. Guess what? There was an attack on this farm. There was an attack. It's an attack by what I do not know, because there are no traces aside for, if you look on the ground, you see these, these are my pepper leaves. They have chopped this pepper mercilessly, like the entire farm. These are other traces. These are other traces of leaves on the ground. You see them. You see, these are the leaves. You see lots of them on the ground. It rained yesterday. I was actually happy that there was rain, because the weather has been very hot and all of that, but so we just needed rain to cool off the place as well. Now the rain, I don't know if the rain brought this, but I feel like the rain brought this plague. I am thinking locusts. Because like in the Bible, you know what the locust story is then in Egypt. So I consulted a few people around. Ismail, I think from the start of the video, you saw Mr. Ismail and then Baba, that's the security on the farm, and Ismail was saying they could be rabbits. I'm like, rabbits cannot come and eat every part of the farm. See, these are like plant by plant. Let me change my positioning. Don't know if it's gonna be clearer this way. My shadow kind of blocking off. So, but rabbits can eat parts by parts of a whole farm. Not like see the ruins on the ground. So this literally was an attack. This literally was an attack by locusts. I don't think they are rabbits. I don't think they are big animals, because we didn't see footprints on the farm. We looked, there were no footprints of rodents or rabbits or rats or any of those. And like I said, rats will climb, they'll break the stems, not to attack the leaves like this. So it's a sad one, because my plants are looking sad. I sprayed them, we just finished spraying, and I could see them looking sad, battered, beaten, and needing recovery for real. These are my big plants. As of yesterday, day before yesterday, They were looking marvelously well. Trust me, they were looking very good. And we are looking at pruning again. If you can see, I started showing how our next pruning is going to be, and our plants are going to look like this. You know, after pruning, they were going to look something like this: lower leaves down, and then from the point of bifurcation, and you know, because you can see majority of the plants. So that was going to be our this week's work. See, they are not pruned, unlike that one that I was trying to show how it's going to look like. Yeah, so that being said, it's one of the things we face. It is one of the problems of farming in the open field. If these were in the greenhouse, they would be thriving more, they'll be doing better, because there's less environmental factor affecting them compared to being on the open field. So here we have not put our nylon, we have not mulched this area of the farm. You know, this is one of the culprits of what's happening on the farm. These butterflies, even though they are meant to, you know, pollinate, but they also feast on it. But that's minimal, because you just see a few of them on, okay, so our Sanjuma, you just see a few of them on the plant, but not as much as, you know, what has happened today or overnight. It was a whole attack. This is the other side of the farm, and you can see the choppings. You can see the choppings. They really feasted. So how to overcome this or to prevent this? We might have to stay awake tonight, because with this chopping and eating and feasting, they may likely come back. They may likely come back because they must have enjoyed themselves. My guy will say enjoying themselves, you know. So overall, my plants are not looking happy. They are just looking very dull. We applied a fungicide as we are noticing signs of fungal infections, you know. We still did that anyways, even though I wanted to change my mind towards the end of my decision making this morning, because I'm like, but I can't even spray against this locust or these stuff that have come and had eaten and gone, you know. I decided to continue with my